"3 days, just fruit, just juice." It's a trend that promises a total body reset, and you've probably seen it all over social media. But have you ever stopped and wondered what's really going on inside your body when you do one of these? Well, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna track this journey, not by the marketing claims, but by what's actually happening to your body hour by hour.
I mean, listen to those promises. They're so dramatic, and you can see why they're so tempting. We hear it all the time. Detoxify your body, lose weight super fast, get clearer skin, boost your energy. It's packaged as the ultimate quick fix, right? A shortcut to feeling great. But, behind all that hype is a really fascinating and complex physiological story.
So let's do it. Let's look right past the marketing slogans and follow the actual metabolic script your body is forced to follow. We're going to break this whole 72-hour journey down into 3 distinct chapters: day 1, day 2, and day 3.
Okay, chapter 1. It all begins with day 1, which I'm calling the sugar rush. This is the initial shock to the system, where your body goes from its normal balanced state to dealing with a constant flood of simple sugars. Let's see how it copes. Right off the bat, within the first hour, that fruit and juice empties from your stomach incredibly fast because of all the water, delivering this huge glucose spike. Then, fast forward to hour 6, after a few of these fruit-only meals, your body starts to realize something's missing. You're not getting any fat or protein, so those key hormones that tell your brain, hey, I'm full, they're just not being released. So you're getting calories, but you never really feel satisfied. By hour 12, your liver is working overtime processing all that fructose, and its glycogen stores are totally full. And then, at the 24-hour mark, something really crucial has happened. Or actually, not happened. Your body has been completely blocked from entering 2 key states that these cleanses often promise: ketosis and autophagy.
You hear that word, ketosis, thrown around a lot. It's that famous fat-burning state everyone talks about. But here's the scientific reality check. Ketosis is triggered by the absence of carbohydrates. A fruit-only diet is, by its very definition, a high-carbohydrate diet. So you're literally doing the metabolic opposite of what it takes to start burning stored fat.
And this just perfectly illustrates the core problem. All that sugar keeps your insulin levels way up, and high insulin is a signal for your body to store energy, not burn it. This shuts down fat burning, for sure, but it also blocks a process called autophagy. You can think of autophagy as your body's internal cleanup crew. It goes around recycling old, damaged cell parts. It's a major benefit of a true water fast, but high insulin basically tells that cleanup crew to stay home.
So this brings us to chapter 2, day 2, the body's crisis. The initial sugar rush is over, and now your system is staring down a much, much deeper problem: a complete and total lack of essential building blocks.
0. For more than 24 hours now, your body has gotten exactly 0 dietary protein and 0 dietary fat. And look, you can survive without them for a little while, but your body has daily needs for this stuff that are absolutely non-negotiable. And when it doesn't get them from your food, well, it has to find them somewhere else. I mean, the contrast here is just so stark. Your body is practically screaming for protein to build everything from immune cells to enzymes. And it needs fats for things like hormones and just basic brain health. And what's it getting instead? A steady drip of simple sugars and water. This massive imbalance forces your body to make a really drastic decision. By hour 24, your body's emergency stash of amino acids is just gone. But the demand for them hasn't stopped. So, to get the amino acids it desperately needs, it kicks off a process called proteolysis. It starts breaking down your own structural tissues, specifically your skeletal muscle. Your body is literally cannibalizing its own lean muscle mass just to survive. And this reframes a really common experience you hear about. Around this time, a lot of people report major bloating, cramping, and diarrhea. They're often told, oh, that's a good thing, that's the toxins leaving your body. But clinically, it's something else entirely. The sheer volume of fructose has overwhelmed your small intestine. It just can't absorb it all, so that unabsorbed sugar draws a ton of water into your colon, causing all that distress. It's not detoxification, it's a symptom of being overloaded. And that leads us to our final chapter, day 3, the aftermath. By this point, the cumulative effects of the past 48 hours are really starting to show, from a wrecked gut to a slowing metabolism. And this is where we finally get to the truth behind that rapid weight loss. So that high sugar, no protein, no fat environment, It's an absolute disaster for your gut microbiome. Research shows that in just 3 days, this kind of diet can cause a huge shift. You get an increase in inflammatory bacteria and a decrease in the beneficial bacteria that are so crucial for a healthy gut.
Now, faced with this prolonged lack of essential nutrients, your body does the only logical thing it can do to defend itself. It slows down your metabolism. This is a survival mechanism. You can think of it like your body turning down its internal thermostat to conserve fuel during a shortage. It's trying to burn fewer calories just to make it through.
So what about those 2 to 5 pounds that vanished from the scale? Okay, the scale itself doesn't lie, but it definitely doesn't tell the whole truth. The vast majority of that lost weight is just water that was being stored with your glycogen. You've also lost the physical weight of food just sitting in your digestive tract. The actual amount of body fat you've lost is tiny, almost nothing. So, after 72 hours on this physiological roller coaster, let's just step back and give the final verdict. When we put the popular claims right up against the biological reality, what does the final balance sheet actually look like?
While the promise of detoxification is really just gut distress and a spike in inflammatory bacteria, the claim of fat burning is actually blocked by all the sugar, and instead your body burns precious muscle. That lasting weight loss is mostly just water weight that's going to come right back. And that digestive reset, it's actually a pretty serious disruption to your gut microbiome.
And it's really important to point this out. Given all these risks, health authorities are crystal clear that for certain groups of people, these cleanses should be avoided, period. That includes anyone who's pregnant or breastfeeding, people with diabetes, those with kidney or heart conditions, anyone with a history of eating disorders, and anyone under 18. This all raises a really crucial point. If your goal is to feel better, to cut out processed foods, and just reset your habits, there's a much safer and way more effective way to do it. A simple 3-day reset that focuses on whole foods, lean proteins, vegetables, fruits, healthy fats. It gives you all the benefits people are looking for, but without the nutritional deficiencies and the metabolic stress. And that leaves us with one final question to think about. Now that we understand the whole journey from that first sugar rush to the final muscle breakdown, is the desire for a quick fix really worth putting your body through a state of essentially structural starvation? The science seems to suggest that real wellness isn't found in 3 days of restriction, but in building sustainable, nourishing habits for the long haul.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe our channel, which give us motivation to make better content for you. See you in the next video.